This hunt takes place with Tim Adams, the vice president of the Fallen Outdoors, and a disabled veteran that he brought with him, Garrett van Brenk. It was the middle part of May, and the rain had started to come in, so we were nestled down in a ground blind where we could stay warm and dry. We got in there while it was dark, and we knew the birds had come out late, so we were just sticking it out and seeing what was going to happen day one. And we had 3 days for this hunt, so let's see how it unfolds. Hear them go. They're starting to fire hard. Well, we've been sitting here for about an hour, 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours, I guess you could say. The birds hit the ground, shut up. The rain finally stopped, thank God. So I was looking way over on the neighbor's property and just saw a nice tom heading up into a small patch of trees. Called to him. His head came up, but he wasn't responding. He didn't seem interested. Then shortly after, I saw why. He's got 6 hens with him. So we're going to sit here and keep waiting, because the tom that we want didn't have hens with him last night. He was down here strutting by himself, and he'll be the tom that wants to come in. So obviously that guy's got his own girls. We're going to find that tom that doesn't have any yet and wants to come in and play. So patience and persistence. That's how we kill birds, especially when it's raining and wet and you're dealing with 4 feet of soaking grass. So we're where we need to be right now. So we've got a hen out here at about 30 yards right now. The birds are starting to move. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. The weather's finally breaking a little bit, but we're starting to hear gobbles in the distance too, so it could happen anytime. Y'all hear that noise? Can you hear that? Yeah, you can hear it because I can see the sound bar moving. So what you're hearing is my neighbor, after it raining all morning, decided that the sun broke. So even though the grass and everything's completely wet, it's a great time to go down in his bottom and mow. Him and his family have a little picnic area and stuff down there. You know, you can't really control what your neighbors do, but we've got a limping hen hanging out over here to the side. She's probably about 25-30 yards out, and she heard the mower and just laid down. She's hiding in the grass. Got some birds working the far ridge, so they are out moving. We're at the tail end of the storm, and then this afternoon the sun's supposed to come out and it's supposed to get really warm, so I got a feeling this evening's hunt is going to be off the charts. The way the birds are starting to move around. We saw a nice tom this morning with a group of hens, and this hopping hen, she was with that tom this morning when I saw him up in the timber. So they kind of split away from him, which is a good thing because the hens all dispersed. This evening he's going to try and round them back up. So we're going to probably take this cue and kind of get out, stretch our legs, go grab a bite to eat, rehydrate, come back down here for another long sit this afternoon, and hopefully get a bird on the ground. We took a couple hour break, went to town, got Garrett and Tim some breakfast, and rehydrated, grabbed a chair for me, and I also grabbed a little trick that I had that I hadn't put out yet. First time for the season. It was a stuffer 3/4 strut Jake decoy that Double Cut Taxidermy, local taxidermist in Colville, Washington, did for me. And I had high hopes with the brilliant colors in the head in this thing that the tom that I saw earlier in the morning at a distance would spot this Jake and want to come investigate and try and take the hens that he thought maybe with it. But not having control of the weather, the rain came back, then the sun, then the rain. So all in all, day one ended up being a bust. But we had a great time together. We got to know each other a lot, and we were still going into day two with a lot of optimism. We were going to go to a second property that I had that hopefully weather changing a little bit and different situation, give these birds a break and go up there and see what we could do on day two. So stick around, you'll see what happens. We got in here. We are all set up, ready to go. Well before light. We're going to sit back, be quiet. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss what's coming next. We got a couple toms that are working their way in, and they're hammering pretty hard. So we've been calling to them with the F&I calls. There we go. So we're going to keep at them. I don't think it's going to be long, Garrett. No, I don't think so. Just don't miss.
Boom, dude. Boom! That's what I'm talking about, man.
Nice job.
Oh, that is what I'm talking about, right?
Got him. All right. Look at you. Beautiful. Hold that sucker up. What do we got?
Oh, dude.
That's not bad.
Is that your first turkey?
This is my first turkey.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you so much.
That is awesome. What kind of spurs you got on?
This?
Average, yeah. I mean, that's a typical Stevens County northeastern bird. He's bred a little, but not a ton.
Right.
I think the last one we took was all broomed off. I mean, his belly was all rubbed off from breeding.
Nice bird.
Dude,
Woo! Thank you so much.
you freaking hammered that
Thank
thing.
you
man.
guys so much.
I mean, he didn't even flop.
No, that's so
Yeah.
Didn't even flop.